So we haven't given a garden tour in a while, so I thought I'd show everybody what we have going on. We have kids playing in mud, which is constant. I moved our wedding archway that my dad made for our wedding that we got married under. I moved it right here in the entrance. I got to figure out something to plant in it. We got snap peas. I just mulched our potatoes last night. They're bigger than they should have been before I mulched them, but I finally got to it. And then we have beets and ground cherries, a whole bunch of corn coming up. I have onions, and these are second-year onions, so they're all flowering, but we're cutting the tops and using them in some food now, but they're actually just mostly there for a bug deterrent. We had aphids really bad in this bed last year on our ground cherries, and onions are hopefully the deterrent that will keep them from getting so thick this year. So we have just corn down the middle, beets on the fence side, and then onions on the front. And then all the ground cherries that are coming up are all the volunteers from last year, kind of thinning them out a little bit, but they're just going to kind of grow throughout here a little bit. We have a couple carrots that decided, this whole area was carrots and none of them decided to sprout. Like 2 months later, we finally have a couple coming up. But more corn all through here, and then this area here is all sunflowers. And then this area down here is extended out from where the garden fence was last year. So we have watermelons and butternut squashes and pumpkins, and they're gonna just cover this whole area, free range, whatever. This bare area here, I have tomatillos to move out. And then our arch trellis, I got peppers on the ends, which got blown around a whole bunch by our windstorm on Sunday, and they're not too happy about it, but they should pull through. So we have cucumbers on this first panel on both sides, and then the second panel is various beans on each side. So the hope is that it should grow over the top. The beans and the fruit will hang down and be able to easily harvest them. We have some bush beans, some nasturtiums, mint, lavender, golden zucchini, and I believe this is just a regular zucchini. Same thing, second-year onions in front. Have some more cucumbers. These are all various squashes, zucchinis, golden zucchinis, crookneck squash. Another squash here in the pot. And then these are all, there's a basil down here. And then these are all tomatoes. I have 8 so far, and then I put up a second, James and I put up a second panel yesterday, and I'll be able to plant a second 8. And then this under here is the straw bales that I grew last year. I'm using it throughout my garden as mulch. But it's really decomposed and fairly wet inside, and it is faring to be pretty good. And then I have a little bit of aged manure pile that we dumped in here when the fence was down. And then that's what we do with I have our 6 months aged and then my current pile, and we kind of rotate around. So that's where this all came from. I have some more weeding to do, and I have yet to get to the drip system. But eventually, once I get everything planted, we'll get the drip system going. I'm super happy how our garden's turning out this year. We have a lot of work to do, but it's coming together. It's going to be very nice in the full storm of the summer of our growing season.